Hi, this is Darian, and welcome to another edition of The Agent. This week's episode is titled An Agent's Hand, a testimony of sorts. You see, the day I gave in my notice to my boss that I was leaving the business as a top model agent, I had no idea what I was going to do next. In fact, I had no clue at all. All I knew was that I was leaving a lot of money on the table, including an offer of 10% ownership in the agency that my boss had made the day I gave my notice. Now I was going from six figures to zero, a broke agent. No more Paris, London, or Milan being paid for by somebody else, especially the chic, expensive restaurants and invitations to the best events, you name it. I was starting again at zero, with no salary and without the comfort of what I had known all my adult life as an agent. Worse, there were no roadmaps or safety net of what a former model agent would or should do when life after agenting ends. Well, needless to say, most of my friends were mortified to hear that I had quit. Even worse, they couldn't believe I had turned down the 10% offer, which I guess would have made me a lot more money, especially since we had a lot of top models at the agency. A lot of models that were on the contract for Gucci, Prada, Saint Laurent, where they were doing Vogue, you name it. The agency was doing great. But I knew that my decision was right. I knew in my heart what the Lord had shown me to do, and I was going to do so and not be tempted by money. I was going to walk away and trust God, no matter what. So the following Sunday, after giving in my notice, I went to church as usual, to the little church called Unbroken Chain, with the most amazing pastor by the name of Pastor Maria. In all sense of the word, I would say she was truly a prophetic minister, a woman of God. Everything she predicted about my career came through. So during the songs of worship and praise, I closed my eyes thanking God for the years of being an agent, and with my hands lifted high, praising the Lord, and in a moment, what I thought I saw in my heart, the figure of a man walking beside me who gently reached out his hand for me to take. I nervously chuckled before putting my hand in his. And in that moment of revelation, I knew that the hands of God would be guiding me on this unknown journey. It was so clear that I knew I had nothing to fear and that He, God Almighty, would be with me all the days of my life. It's like that song by Anne Marie, "Put your hand in the hand of the man who still the waters. Put your hand in the hand of the man who calmed the sea. Hey there, look at yourself," and blah, blah, blah. Just put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. And that's what I did. I put my hand in his. And from that day on, I treasured that vision in my heart. I think of the Apostle Paul, who was called Saul. Before his conversion to serving the Lord, in the book of Acts chapter 9, you see, he was a persecutor of the church. But one day, just one day, as he was on his way to Damascus to persecute Christians, a bright light from heaven shone upon him. He fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" "Who are you, Lord?" Saul asked. "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting." Jesus told him to get up and go into the city, and he would be told what to do. But when Saul got up from the ground and opened his eyes, he could not see. And for 3 days he was blind. The light of Christ struck Saul and blinded his eyes. Having such an encounter with the risen Christ truly struck Saul to know that Jesus was the Messiah. This encounter caused his conversion. He would no longer persecute the church, but would go on to be the main writer and architect of writing most of the New Testament. Today, centuries later, his letters in the Bible are still being read all over the world. You see, Paul never looked back, but moved forward. So many things are blinding us today, but God is still shining his bright light on us all. You may think that the vision that God has given you has dimmed or gone dark, but just look up. Look to the hills from whence cometh your help, and you will see that the great I am is still shining his light on you, just waiting for you to step out in faith and let your light shine for his glory. Don't let the naysayers and doubters continue to block you from going forward. Shake the dust off like Saul did, and you will see great and mighty works that the Lord will do in your life this year. Unlike Paul, who was blinded on the road to Damascus, all I had was a fleeting vision of a man's hand reaching out to take mine, letting me know that I could trust him. And for many years, I pondered that vision in my heart, not sharing it with many. I knew most people would not understand what I was saying, so I kept it quiet in my heart. I'm glad I did, because I saw what the Lord did in my life. You see, after leaving the business, especially after leaving the business, remember, I had no idea what I was going to do, except that I was going to trust this man to put my hand in his, the man who held out his hand for me to take. And oh, what a wonderful journey he's taken me on. You see, if I had stayed in that comfort of being a model agent, I would not have known what it was like to become a casting director, a producer, working with so many of the top brands in the world and celebrities, and even becoming an author. You see, God blessed me beyond my wildest dreams, and he wants to do the same for you. Right now, he wants to do the same. Right now, the Lord is reaching out, his hand to you. Will you put your hands in his? Today I pray my little testimony, it's a little one, of the faithfulness of the hand of the greatest agent who ever lived, the hand of Jesus Christ, the author and finisher of our faith, the hand that gently touched me and carried me through every mountain top and all the valleys I've been through. It's the same hand that will do the same for you if you place your hand in the hands of the man from Galilee. Until next time, have a blessed and lovely weekend. Shabbat Shalom. God bless you. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.